Good morning, my name is Jane Hamblin. I'm the Facilities Manager here at St Oswald's Hospice in Newcastle upon Tyne. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary. We opened in 1986 with 10 beds on the inpatient unit for adults. Since then we've grown absolutely massively. Aid Call's been a very big part of our growth as well. We now have grown massively since 1986 and we have 15 beds on the inpatient unit, as well as quite an array of day services that we provide on our day hospice unit, together with a lymphoedema unit, as well as children and young adults that we now provide a service for. We've grown so much that now we have over 2,000 patients and visitors and their relatives that we care for here at the hospice. We care for people of all ages, right from birth to whatever age they might come to us at. It's not only cancer that we care for, which is I think one of the misconceptions that people have about a hospice. We don't just care for the dying and those with cancer. There's a lot of other issues that we care for with our patients. So it can be pain relief, it can be advice, it can be bereavement care, post-bereavement care, right the way through the journey from when a patient is first diagnosed. We also care for people, as well as cancer, with motor neuron disease, multiple sclerosis, respiratory, heart, all sorts of different ranges of end-of-life care. Our vision here at St Oswald's has grown enormously, but it's always been around providing expert, compassionate and particularly dignified care for all our patients, no matter what age they are.
Hi, my name is Val Forster and I am the inpatient unit manager here for the ward at St Oswald's Hospice, and I've been here now for 22 years and during that time we have basically lived with Aid Call. So we've had various different systems in place. Now I do believe this is the third system, and they've all been very functional and fit for purpose. However, in 2015 it was a blessing in disguise, when I think back now, but not at the time. We had a lightning strike and our system was totally wiped out, which was very interesting. And at the time, Aid Call did come to the rescue and put temporary measures in to support us through a couple of weeks of dealing with patients' needs and being able to respond quickly. And during that time, we looked at the systems. And we came up with the system we now have in place.
So about, obviously we're 3 generations in now with systems, going back 15 plus years. How have you found the progression from the systems, from the very first system to the system you've got now, and how have you found that the staff have taken that on board, and what benefits does that give you?
Gosh, there's been a huge change. I think sort of looking back, the initials of the system we had, so when I first started, it was very functional. I think the main thing that I remember is it was very loud. The ward always felt very noisy and it could be very disruptive for patients. So if one patient pressed the buzzer, then the other patients knew about it and then they would, so it didn't create the right atmosphere that we wanted for the unit. When patients are very poorly, noise pollution is really a real issue for them. So I think the main thing was around the noise factor in the environment. So since we've moved to this new system, it's made a massive difference. And I think the main thing is the fact that the nurses use the Bluebell system. So they have their little bleep carry in the pocket, which is great because it's a bit small, it's easy to clean, and they can actually put their own name in on the system. So you actually know on the panel where that nurse is, which is really helpful when you're going up and down the ward looking for somebody. But I think the main thing is they can have that bleep system on vibrate or bleep or both. So therefore you don't have the noise of the buzzer across the unit. And that is a great change, and as I say, the nurses love it. And I think the other thing that's really important is that also it has, when the emergency buzzer goes off, the silent mode goes into volume, so therefore everybody on the unit knows it's an emergency. So that might maybe the doctors, the physios, for example, so they can all respond accordingly, and it's not just about the nurses. So I think they're probably the key changes and benefits.
So Jane, I just want to talk about the after-sales support. We've talked obviously about the new systems going in and how that came about. How have you found the after-sales support from AIDCall in regards to training, in regards to add-ons, in regards to maybe pages from your old system to your new?
Excellent. Very, very good. AIDCall have been very responsive to our requests. With it being a new system, there are obviously teething problems that you made us aware of before and as the system was installed. I don't think we found tremendous difficulties with it at all, but anything that we did, or any queries we had, particularly around the software, you responded to immediately, and you would come on site, or one of your engineers, or Stuart, and at the end of the phone always, we then added to the system with various falls equipment.
We did.
And emergency equipment, which has worked extremely well. It's very easy to program everything that we've purchased since the system was installed, so that's been great from our maintenance guys' point of view as well. So yeah, I can't fault the response and the maintenance side at all from AIDCall.
And we've recently signed you to a new maintenance agreement. So we've taken all your old systems and the warranty periods, expiry dates, and we've combined those into one bracket quotation, which is obviously provide longevity to your older systems as well. We're looking to support those, and obviously the new system as well.
Well, that's helped us out from the budget point of view as well, with having 4 different sites and systems with AIDCall. It was getting a little bit messy so far as budgeting was concerned, and dates for contract and whatnot. So that was extremely useful that you've combined all of those. And hopefully in the future we will be replacing our older systems with the new system that we've had in the adult unit that we've trialled, together with the additional add-ons that have worked, and I think will work in our children's day services and lymphoedema units as well. So we're looking forward to spending some more money with you.
And I think the beauty of it is it's flexible, so there's loads of functionalities, but you can decide what fits your service best. So
Yes,
that's the good part about it.
I think the good part as well is that we often have an emergency in one of the other units, but the doctors are very often within this unit. So once we get the new system set up, they can all talk to each other, and we can program the adult unit to respond to the emergency calls from any of the other units where the doctors might be needed.
Yeah, that's great.
I've been with the hospice for over 17 years, and AIDCall was installed when I first joined the company. The old system, as Val previously alluded to, was very noisy, but since then AIDCall have done such a lot of research and development that's really brought the new system into the 21st century. There's a call logger system, everything, all the accessories can be pre-programmed. It's very easy to use, very, very flexible. It can interact with all the accessories that we've been purchasing since the new system was installed.